Hi there, it's Dawn from Cyprus here. Just bumping around YouTube looking for a live. I found one that I'd tried before. I gave it a second chance. I give everybody a second chance, but I was very disheartened. And I do like one of the pair of the live. I don't want to down it because one of the pair I get on really well with, but I just wasn't acknowledged by host, and there was barely anyone on there, so it wasn't like that was a problem. But everyone does their lives their own way, and I'm doing mine my way. So I did think someone else was on that does chat with me, and I looked, but they weren't. So I'm disheartened by that. So I thought, well, instead of just being disheartened, come on, do my own, and I do it my way and say hello to every single person that comes on. Yes, you have moderators to do that for you, but when you've barely got anyone watching you, why can't you say hello to everyone? It doesn't take a lot. So that's how they want to do it. That's fine. Leave it up to their moderators. And I do thank a couple of people that were on there that made a big effort to speak with me, and I did thank them in the chat. But I'm not going to discredit that channel anymore. As I say, it's their way of doing it, and one of them I do get on with really well on their own separate channel. So I'm going to talk today about I had a lot of interest following my psychology. Oh, by the way, sorry for the raggies, but I've just been outside doing some work with my workaways, but we'll talk about that later. So I want to do a little short psychology test. It's a fun little game. This is also great for you to try with children. And children of different ages will respond totally differently. So play this to them or read it to them and see what their answers are. But if you do it with children, don't do don't do all your children in one go. Do them separately because they will be swayed by other answers. So I'm going to read you a story called Alligator River. And when I've read that story, I will then ask you a question. And let me just say there's no right or wrong answer, but it depends on what your answer is as to different thoughts. So, excuse me, because I will be reading. So as I say, this is Alligator River. Once there was a girl named Abigail who was in love with a boy named Grigor. Grigor had an unfortunate accident and broke his glasses. Abigail, being a true friend, volunteered to take them to be repaired. But the repair shop was across the river, and during a flash flood, the bridge was washed away. Poor Grigor could see nothing without his glasses, so Abigail was desperate to get across the river to the repair shop. While she was standing forlornly on the bank of the river, clutching the broken glasses in her hands, a boy named Sinbad glided by in a rowboat. She asked Sinbad if he would take her across. He agreed to, on the condition that while she was having the glasses repaired, she would go to a nearby store and steal a radio that he had been wanting. Abigail refused to do this and went to see a friend named Ivan who had a boat. When Abigail told Ivan her problem, he said he was too busy to help her out and didn't want to be involved. Abigail, feeling that she had no other choice, returned to Sinbad and told him she would agree to his plan. When Abigail returned the repaired glasses to Grigor, she told him what she had had to do. Grigor was so mad at what she had done, he told her that he never wanted to see her again. Abigail, upset, turned to Slug with her tale of woe. Slug was so sorry for Abigail that he promised her he would get even with Grigor. They went to the school playground where Grigor was playing ball, and Abigail watched happily while Slug beat Grigor up and broke his glasses. So basically, you've got to put all those characters in order from the best to the worst. And then obviously say who was to blame and why. So if you want to put your answers in the comments below, that would be great. But I recommend you put your answers before reading any of the other comments, because as I say, you don't want to be swayed by this. And if you do it with children as well, then do it independently with each child. So I thought you'd be very interested in that. So that was something I thought I'd like to do, because I had so much positive response when I was talking about psychology test and the way I can tell from your paintings or your drawings a lot about you. So those of you who have done Smart Channel recently, you know who you are. Yes, I can read. I can read in your paintings and your drawings. It's all good, no problem at all. So I can't stay on too long because it's another heat wave here and I have to have a fan on next to me, but obviously in the live I wanted to keep that turned off because you'll hear it, because it's literally right here. Great big fan right in the corner of my room. So let me know how you're all doing. Don't forget, if you're new to commenting on my channel, I love to know where you're from. It's very interesting for me to see where everyone's from. There was another channel that said about she was going to do a map and mark all the places people were from. I've been doing that since day one, and I've even been doing that prior with my Airbnb guests. That's how I really started doing it off many years ago, just doing a map and putting pins in from not everywhere, because if they're from a very small country, then obviously you can only fit a couple of pins in. But I always keep a note, such as in the way I've actually kept a note right up to my 1K subscribers of every subscriber and the date. Although I do know some subscribers, if you're private, then it doesn't allow you to do that. So let me tell you a little bit about my workawayers. If you're not sure about what workawayer is, because I just use that term because that's the company I use, it's basically volunteers, and you join, I think it's only a few euros or dollars, whatever you have, if you join as a volunteer, but as a host, which I am, you don't pay anything. And they just volunteer. They've got tick boxes of what sort of things they volunteer, such as farms or helping around the home, and all these different categories. And then they match you up, or they can approach you directly, because there's a host, you have a site as well. And I can go out and look at volunteers' sites. They can look at my site. Either I can contact them or they can contact me, all through the Workaway site, because it's a secure site and any bad happenings on either side do get reported there, which is good, so we'll know where we are. And you have this site where you can go on, as I say, you match yourself up, whether you want to search or they want to search. You put a calendar up as to when you want help. You can put definitely want help, may want some help, or don't want help for each month, and you can go as head as you want on that. You also, on your host site, you put what you must do or mustn't do, what the accommodation is, how many hours, what sort of accommodation, how many people you can have. Here we have either one solo traveller or we have a couple that are travelling together. So we do normally just have a double bed, but we do have a single, it's a proper bed, but a pull-out single bed. So for example, now we have two girls that are just friends, so we've put that in there. And they do, for us, we ask only 3 hours per day, Monday to Friday. And obviously I look at what sort of things they can do on their listing before I give them things to do here. They work for 3 hours, they feed themselves, but we supply the cooking area. This also helps, I've said before in one of my videos about if you want to be a workawayer or a host, that by not providing the food, you're not worried about any dietary requirements or anything like that. And they're free then, if they're cooking their own food, to have it whenever they want. Whereas some hosts say, oh, you can have an evening meal, say, with them. but then obviously the poor workaways have to stay all afternoon or be back early for the meal. So then they're tired. And also if it's a workaway placement where there's several other workawayers, they're expected to then clear up after the meal, wash up and all that. And none of the eating or the cleaning up is in their working hours. So we just say 3 hours. If you want to do 3 hours here, which is purely helping. And obviously here I'm a homesteader if you don't know. And obviously most of it is gardening or cutting back trees or those kind of things. But I look at how they're doing the work and look what suits them better before I plan the next day. I have got a whiteboard I've done. I don't know if you can see it behind me, just here, the small whiteboard here, standing on the big whiteboard. And I've got 2 columns, and I've potentially put what each of the girls by what they've put in their write-up wants to do or thinks they can do or interested in learning about. Doesn't mean they have to have experience in it. And I've done that, and then obviously as they've done the work, I've sort of looked if one will be better at something than the other. Hello to all you watching. I see you've all come on. You'll have to go back and watch the very beginning again, because I did a little psychology test game at the beginning, so check that out. We're talking about workaways here. So at the moment I have 2 girls from France, and I've videoed them a little bit shy, but I've asked them if they would just say their names and say where they're from. And I did say in my description before they arrived that they will be doing a little bit of social media, YouTube here, because I want to show that's part of my life. So they've given their consent before they've even booked to come. And as I say, they're from France. They're actually doing an internship from an engineering establishment. It's sort of like a university, but a bit more than that, because it's 5 years, their course. And it's all engineering and different aspects. And then I think it's after year 3, I think they have to make a decision as to what sort of engineering they want to do. And already one of them thinks you might do design of engineering, designing different things. And the other one seems to be at the moment interested in mechanical engineer, which, as you may or may not know, my husband Mike is an engineer, and he worked on planes, vintage aircraft, and a lot more besides, but that's where his job was. And so he's talking with them, and obviously there's lots of aspects here that are learning about engineering, their internship. Just our oldest generator, they're doing a piece on that and showing how that all works, and changes of modernisation, how that all changes. And what else? Oh, hydro. So we're going to go out with them for a day and do a big tour all round and show them different places that, although they're touristy, for them, they're actually connected, in my opinion, with engineering, such as we're going to see some waterfalls, hydro, and a dam, so they can look at all that side of water and hydro and that kind of side of engineering. We're going up to see an old iron bridge that's magnificent. I have actually done this trip before but not posted it. I did this like a big circle tour, takes a whole day, stop at all these places, and I didn't post it because it was literally just prior to COVID, and I didn't have it edited already. And then I was a little bit skeptical because people don't always read your description, and I do want to show this out and about when I talk about I haven't been out since COVID started. So it was something I couldn't show because A, I was going out about, B, there's no mask, C, there's probably a few people out and about, and I didn't want to confuse people. But this is the tour that we're going to do again with them, and it starts off actually at another abandoned village. So we're going up there first, and they were interested in that. I've taken them for a walk around some of this area and shown them the abandoned stone houses, which is not my first walk videos, but a later one, the one where I take you down to the spring. It's in that walk video. and they were interested in the old stone buildings, the way they were constructed, with obviously no cement, but how they were made and the architecture of it and everything like that. So that's something that sort of helps. Basically, most of life can be geared towards engineering, and I've actually set them some different projects as well. They're drawing out the shower in the utility block, how Mike's made that all from salvage things, and I'm sure he's going to show that in his video on his channel, which, if you don't know, is Olive Farm Retreat. And if you look there, he's about to post, I think, how he's made this whole shower out of salvage items, basically. Excuse me 1 second, as I say, it's a heat wave here. So these girls have come and I filmed them a little bit, and I'll probably just do a montage of a few of the bits that they've done while they're here, so you can see them on one of my videos. They're here for just over a month, so they arrived the very end of June and they're going the end of July. And yes, actually came via Munich from France, because that was just the way they could travel. We were very pleased to have them here. Two lovely girls, and they've actually been looking at some of my videos, and because I wanted to know how they see the videos. Is it when you're here the same? And they're like, oh, it's so totally different, it looks even bigger. So that will be interesting. If any of you ever do come out here when we've got our other Airbnb up and running, or indeed for a work away, if you want to do that. If you want to do work away, I think the site is workawayinfo.com. And then if you go back to some of my videos where I talk about work away, if you go in the description, I've always got a link there to show you how you can get straight onto our site. So it's the Workaway address, but with the link to Olive Farm Retreat, because it's what we use. That's the name of our house. So that's the link for Workaway, and also one of the Airbnbs, but that's closed down at the moment just because it was in our house. It was a bed and breakfast with a bedroom in our house. And that obviously, because of COVID and my health situations, we've had to close that down because I can't have people in my house and sharing my shower and toilet and things like that, and hand towels, those kind of things. So who knows if it is waterborne, because also the bed and breakfast had use of our swimming pool. So there's a lot of infections, diseases and pandemics are waterborne. I just thought it was wiser to close that part down. But what we are doing, if you're newer to my channel or you've just popped onto a live, which is what I do sometimes, I just look for a live. If it's a channel I've not followed before, I learn a lot more about the people if they do actually interact with you, the host, which if you go back to the very beginning, you'll see why that's a little bit of a issue for me today. It's just the way I took it. We probably meant no harm by it, but we all do things differently. I've just been brought up to always acknowledge everybody who comes by. Anyway, so the new Airbnb is part of the old derelict donkey stable, which you'll see the whole build in the GoFundMe videos. I've done a whole series on those. And that's going to be for 4 people, or up to 4 people. And it's a double bedroom. And then in the lounge, there's a proper pull-out double bed. It's a sofa bed, but it does pull out to like a proper double bed with legs. So you could have 4 people staying there, and it's self-catering. It's got a kitchen, which if you've seen mine or Mike's videos, the kitchen we're building out of pallet wood. All the tiles in the shower room that we're going to put in were bought very cheaply at an auction. And again, if you go and look at all my videos, you'll see all this information, how much I paid for everything. So sometimes our jobs don't get finished because we're not someone who goes out to the shop and buys something unless it's something we really can't get, like Mike needed some copper pipes to just finish off this shower that he was doing. So things like that, but we tend to sit and wait and salvage and recycle, repurpose, reuse. So that will be that. The workaways are actually staying in what would have been the main part of the old derelict donkey stable. And at one point I turned that into a dance studio, and the floor is still as a dance studio, but they are staying on what was the stage. So it's, if you like a really good mezzanine. When I speak so many languages, I sometimes forget any of them separately. Mezzanine, I think that's the way most of you say it. I call it something else completely in Cypriot. So that's the old stage, and it's actually been done out like a little room. As I say, it's got a double bed, and we don't put it up there unless we've got two separate workaways coming. But for now, as I say, we've got a single pull-out bed. It's a proper bed once it's pulled out, but it goes to a large sofa otherwise, armchair rather. So we have that, and we will be renting that out. That's going to be really cheap. It's basically, we're calling that one the Traveller's Rest, because it is really essentially going to be that. It is going to be somewhere to put your head down if you're someone who wants the cheapest holiday, and so you can be free to hire a car. That will be your biggest expense. Buy your own food. This one is the stage one, the Traveller's Rest, is the one where, if you've seen my videos, we're building the outside kitchen, like we call it the cookout, and that's what they use. So they will have that, or they are using that for their kitchen, but that will be also for a very cheap Airbnb. As long as people don't say, oh, can we have an extra bed, blah, blah, blah. No, it's for two, it's a double bed. So workaways, we do put a separate single bed in if two are travelling, but for a holiday, it's just for a couple, two sharing a double bed, because it sets out better and it gives you more room. Hello, I guess it's just Paula again. Hello there, my friend. Good morning. Oh, yes, I get so confused where you all are. Here it's 3:23 in the afternoon, and it's a heat wave. I said at the beginning, it's so hot here. I've got a fan here and I can't have it on. So if you see me dripping, I keep wiping my drips away. Oh, I've got a cat here. Which cat is it? Oh, it's Fossil. You want to say hello? Come on. Oh, this is Fossil. It's Fossil's on a live. My first cat in a live. Yes, just Paula. Hello, Paula. Oh, yeah, you're the first one on the live. Yes. Yes, I'm just talking about my Airbnbs that we're having. So the one on the stage is going to be called Traveller's Rest. Eva Casella, is that? Hello from Estonia. Oh, yes. Yes, I've got quite a few viewers now from Estonia. Hi there. Hello, Kitty. That's Fossil. It's a girl. Fossil's a girl. Fossil and Pebbles are girls. And Colin, Mr. Colin Waffles, watch my video, is a boy. He's not really ours, but he lives here now. Oh, dear. Yes, so the one on the stage, the Airbnb. Sarah Jane, hi. Hi there, Sarah Jane. Oh, thanks for coming. I love it when you all just find me. Fossil, yes, Fossil. I'll just finish what I'm saying, then I'll go back and talk about the cats. Yes, so the Airbnb on the stage is going to be called Traveller's Rest. As I say, it's the cheapest you can have, but really nice. I'll do pictures once the workaways have gone, as it's all set up. And then the one for four, the self-catering one with the indoor kitchen, it will have its own shower and toilet inside that one, whereas the Traveller's Rest, you use the utility block, which is just for them. It's not for like lots of people, but it's just a separate block for the toilet and shower. So the one for four people, we're called in the Rural Hideaway Retreat. So we thought that was good. Hideaway Retreat there. Hello, Eva Cousin Sarah. Oh, thanks. That's lovely. That's really kind. Oh, you need to go back, Paul, and see the very beginning of this one. I was just on another live and I'm friends with one of the couple and I can't knock them. I mean, he's a lovely chap. But every time I watch the family channel, I never get response. Oh, I do. You know how you can just put that click on a response, it randomly puts that. If I get some, I get that. And I just keep trying to connect there, and every time I thought, right, there's a live up, I'm going on the live, and I didn't even get a hello, or and I'm like, I'm trying so hard to connect and stay with your channel. I feel I'm working at it, I really am. But as I said at the beginning, there were a couple of others on there that were really kind and acknowledging me, and so I thought, look, let it be. They don't want to talk to you. There wasn't many on there. They weren't busy. It was like this. It was just the same few people that they know all the time. And it was like a little gang and doing their thing. So I got chatting in the chat to people I know there and they were really kind and talking to me. And I thought, look, I'm not happy here. What's the point of boosting their views? They don't want to know. So fine, go off. I thought someone else was going to be on the live, so I said I'm going. A friend of mine's on the live, but they weren't on. So I thought, look, just you don't like that way, so that's fine. That's their way. We're all different, and I think that's fine. I've just been brought up to say hello to people, and so I thought, well, leave it and then come over here, do my own live. If they don't like my live, that's fine. They might like to just have a little community, but I like everybody. Whether I know you, I don't know you, watch your channel, don't watch your channel. Sarah Jane, why you're not posting? I loved your view you put up, but that's fine. Everyone's the same. Everyone is equal. We've all got different qualities and different thoughts and different ways. That's what makes us so unique. Anyway, I won't harp on it because I was just really disgruntled by it. And I thought, well, leave it. Leave it. You've tried so many times. There's other channels out there I probably haven't met yet. So let's go and do something with them. So that's what I'm going to do. And I said I'd talk about the cats. So if you don't know, we had Pebbles first, who's the tortoiseshell colour one. She's very pretty. Then we went to the cat sanctuary to get a second cat because we'd had a previous one. And I always think animals, you need two of each. So we went and we looked around. We couldn't find one that suited, or excuse my sweating. We couldn't find one. We found one and they look up the health of it. Oh, this one needs injections every day, or this one needs to be indoors. Well, we want them obviously for the sort of mice and whatever else. So we couldn't find one. Oh, I love all the real furry, hairy ones, but they're no good for up here. We get what we call bobbles, all the little grassy bits and all that. And we were looking, or they were too old or too kitten, and we wanted a sort of mid-range one. So we was walking around and I said, why can't we find one out of all of this? Anyway, Mike suddenly came back with this one on his shoulder. He said, what about this one? I said, oh, I don't know, where did this one came from? And they said, oh, this one likes to be up the trees, so perhaps it was always up the tree when you were looking round. Well, they wear a collar. Excuse me, I must wipe my sweat off my face. Oh dear. So they have a little number. I mean, the staff do know most of them, but if they get a helper there, they've got a number. And they looked up and they said, oh, this one was born here. It came in with a cat and that had kittens, so it's always lived here. I said, oh, would that be wrong to take it? They still know it loves the trees and all that. And the lady who works there, she's actually a friend of mine, so she knows where I live. I said, no, I think this one got like a bit of wild cat in it. I said, well, that sounds like what we want, really. So she looked up, well, she didn't look up the name, she knew the name. She said, oh, it's Fossil. And I was like, oh, we've got Pebbles already. That was really meant to be, wasn't it? Fossil and Pebbles. And now we have Mr. Colin Waffles. And the reason he's Mr. Colin Waffles, briefly, is that he kept turning up and going away and coming and going away. And he had this collar, like a cat collar. And so I said, oh, we need to sort of name rather than that cat's back again. So Mike said, oh, he's got a collar, Colin. So it's Colin. I don't like people names for animals, but it's stuck. And then one day, not our neighbour, he's quite a long way away. He's like a sort of 10-15 minute drive away. And he said, oh, I think you've got my cat, Waffles. We're like, no. And we said, well, we thought it was funny. It had a collar because no one lives around here. And to have a collar on. So he said, oh, yes. He said, we'll put the collar on. So we said, oh, we've got him. So he got his truck up here, grabbed the cat, took it back. Within a couple of hours later, it was back again. I'm like, no. So he said, no. He said, people here don't like it. They sort of not kick it, but you know how get out the way cat and that kind of thing. So he said no. He said it probably likes it up here. And we said, oh, yes, it's the retreat up here. Anyway, so we call him Mr. Colin Waffles because Waffles was his real name. But now if you go Waffles, he's like, you can see his ear like, but he's like, I'm not listening, I'm not looking. And you go, Colin, he goes, oh yes, that's my name. It's like he's pretending that he wasn't Waffles. No, that was a mistake. But if it wasn't for that collar, I would have said perhaps that wasn't the cat. He found his way here twice. I know animals can do that. It's amazing. But yeah, that was really weird that he found his way back here, and not long after as well. Not long after at all. So that was pretty amazing. So yes, although when he had his operation, I kept calling him Colleen. Oh, I'm excited myself. So I kept calling him Colleen. So yes, but he's Mr. Colin Waffles because I do like the name Waffles. I think that's quite cute. But the answer's to Colin. So what pets do you all have? What pets do you have? What are your names? I like pet names. There's some really cool ones out there. Some really cool names. Yes, if you wasn't on at the beginning, it's a heat wave here and I can't have my fan on, or I'm sure you'll hear that all the time. So I'm dripping. But when I finished here, I'm going to go and jump in the pool. Oh yes, in case you're wondering, I was talking about my workaways are here. It's Friday, they finish work, they only do Monday to Friday, 3 hours in the morning, and then they finish. And they're like, oh, we're going down the beach now. So they went out. Mike is away in the mornings, but he comes back for the afternoon. But on a Friday, he goes shopping and does everything in town, because I can't go because I can't wear a mask. So there's no point me going anyway. I don't drive, he has to drive. So he's gone off to do that. He just comes home, has lunch and goes, and everything's done. He used to do it on a Saturday, but he said, well, it's better really, I suppose, to do it on a Friday. So he's out literally all Friday. And then Saturday, we've actually got Saturday and Sunday together, which is very nice. So Sarah J. Oh, yes, your dwarf rabbits, what they call Pixie, Liam and Bella. How sweet. Yes, I'm sure that's what you posted, wasn't it? The video, was it rabbits? Yes, I'm sure it was the rabbits because I remember you put the food down. And a bird, I think you did one about a pretty bird. I love seeing in Oz all your, oh, you've got such pretty birds there. Really pretty. Paula, do you have pets? Eva, do you have pets? I love animal names. Oh, I'm just dripping. Yes, the parrots were eating the rabbit food. That was it. See, I remembered there was rabbit food down on the ground. That was it. I loved that. I actually went and played it again. I like that. I do that sometimes. I don't save videos because you could end up with tons of them. But sometimes I remember the video I really like and then I'll go back and try and find it again. Yeah, I've seen that again. That's it. The parrots are eating the rabbit food. Yes, one of the channels I watch, he actually puts out bird food. I think Sarah Jane, you've been on his channel, Daz's channel, my Aussie homestead and garden, no, kitchen, garden and kitchen, something like that. I'm awful with titles, I just click on the top. And he's got like a pole and a bird feeder, and I think it's the same sort of, I think it was parrots, all beautiful colours, and they come and eat off of that. I'm always looking at those. Paula has 2 chickens, 1 tomcat and our dog. What are their names? And are the chickens pets? I'm assuming they're pets for eggs. We get 3 eggs now from the stables. That's where Mike goes in the morning. They're building an actual stable block because they have outside paddocks for shelters. And he's actually building for the guy. He's quite smart, bless him. He actually he's helping build blocks of stables. Planet Daz, yeah. Oh, you are as well, Paula. Oh, yeah, it's Sarah Jane I thought I'd seen on that channel. Yeah, Daz was really sweet. He was really nice to me today. Aussie garden and kitchen, that's it. There's too many with homestead in. I thought, no, it's not homestead, it's garden and kitchen. Yeah, he's a great channel. He's new, but he's had a lot of support. And people keep mentioning him, so his channel's grown pretty quick. Eva, Kat, Chloe, Grayson, Amelia, Ronnie. Oh, that's sweet, Grayson. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that. I've also been watching another Aussie channel where Kathy keeps showing her kangaroos all the time and jumping over the fences and all that. And if you ever go on, what's that, Kathy's is, oh gosh. Help me somebody, Kathy's channel. I haven't got my thing up where I can quickly look on my thing. Kathy's Small Garden, Big Dreams. I think that's it. Small Garden, Big Dreams. And if you actually look in our comments of kangaroos, you'll see we've got a running commentary, me and Kathy. Paula, my dog is Summer. Cat is Kit Kat, like it. And hence Coco and Maggie May. Oh, Fossil's back. Do you want to go back on screen? Yeah. Did you hear her say yeah? Why are you digging your claw in my leg? Oh, there we go. There's Fossil. There's Fossil. Fossil likes to sleep on my hammock. My hammock. My hammock. Not Fossil's hammock. But Colin goes on there sometimes now as well. She's still here. She's on my lap. She's like nuzzling the desk for some reason. Like you do. You're going down. So, anything you guys want to know while I'm here, while I'm free? As I say, the end of last month, we've got the very basic internet you can have, because we had internet before where it was unlimited and it was a really good price quite a while back. But every now and then, in fact, a bit more than every now and then, you couldn't get reception and it would cut out and you get the whirly thing, and it was going on and on and on. And Mike's like, I'm fed up with this. And I said, well, yeah, but you know, we can use it as much as we want. I don't like to be limited. This is my only communication with the outside world, whether it be for my Airbnb or my work away or you guys or catching up. I read the newspaper on here. There's so much I do on the laptop. So I was like, well, I don't want to be limited really. So he said, yeah, but think about it. How many hours are we actually getting for it? Whereas if we pay limited, we'll probably get the same amount of actual hours. So we looked into it, and the cheapest we could get gave us, we have to like keep looking at it and watching it. We can really only use it when we need to, rather than just, I mean, even if I get up and go to the toilet, I'll disconnect. That's how tight it is. And towards the end of last month, I was like running out. And Mike's like, what? Is it doing all these lives still? No, I don't think so. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, and I've organised all these workways and there's communication. So I had to watch, and obviously I've got to leave enough to post. I post every Wednesday, But this channel, I also like to post 2 or 3 more, just what I've got. If I haven't got something, I won't post it. I'm not one of these channels I must post. But I do like to get one at least on a Wednesday, because that's always been my day for posting on all my 3 channels. So it was very tight, very tight. And I was like, oh, I can't do lives. And as I say, we had the workaways anyway. Hi, Peter. Just reading back a comment. Paula, rabbits are adorable pets. Yeah, we had one named Isabella. Well, it just jumped to the roof in Isabella. She lived in our house. She loved to do drywalls and fires. We're talking about our pets, Peter. Peter is not a squirrel. That's his icon. I've just watched one of yours. What one did I just watch of yours, Peter? I think yesterday or the day before. Oh, it was somewhere. Oh, that's helpful, isn't it? Oh, Tassie. You did a bit on Tassie. Pets give us happiness and joy. They certainly do. On my secondary channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, which some of you know, some of you don't. If you ever lose a pet, which one of my Spanish friends, Spanish channel friends has just lost, there's a video recently posted on that called Rainbow Bridge, and it just kind of helps if you lost a pet. It's a poem, and it kind of gives you, not religious, it gives you just a thought of where they've gone and that you will meet them again. Life is dull without pets, animals and nature. Life's dull without my Mikey. Mike's quite fun sometimes. He looks serious, and if you, I don't know if any of you see his channel, because it's a bit more, not techie, but it's more about the builds that we do here and refurbishment and things he's built and made and how he did all our patios, that kind of thing. That's Olive Farm Retreat, if you're interested. That's actually our property name. He stole the name for a channel. No, I lied, because I had my channel first. I just thought I wanted my channel title to tell you exactly what my channel is. I found you because the video with your last €30. I'm so you. Doing the same. Very, very tight budget, because I want to pay off my 50 square metre house as possible. I'm guessing either you don't have a channel, because I always think if you've got a letter as your icon, you haven't. If you have got a channel, let me know, because to be honest, I don't bother clicking on the letter people, but I've been wronged because some people do. So if you've got a channel, or if you're interested in starting one, I'll definitely support you. Lifestyle with this silly virus. Yes, certainly different, isn't it? I think it's shown people to be their true selves, whether that's in the good way or the bad way. I think it's been, let's look at the good side of it. I think some people have embraced what they do have. Some people have used the time productively, particularly lockdowns, maybe learnt something new. Or for me, I would say I've connected more with people through YouTube, but I always do it beforehand. So, or learnt a new skill. Have any of you learnt something new? Or if you could learn any skill, what would it be? I've dabbled playing the piano. I can play things, but I wouldn't say I can play the piano. I think people have gotten better and more affection to others. Yes, although we have seen more people quite ragey on media, haven't we? Yes, I would say some people have actually drifted apart, because if, for example, you're the one who's made effort to meet or see other people and you're not able to go somewhere or meet up, perhaps that skill. Yes, agree, to learn to play piano. I always said if I had children, I wouldn't be a pushy parent. I'd like them to be fairly free, not as in wild, but make decisions and see the mistakes, or say, yes, okay, do that. I would do this, but give it a go. Why not? And I always said I would get them to learn an instrument. And I would say particularly piano, because I think I'm right in thinking you can transcribe that a lot easier to other instruments, whereas some instruments aren't so easy to transcribe back. whereas piano is more obviously learning the notes more rather than which fingers for a trumpet and that kind of thing. And then I said if they ever were unemployed, they could always ask. No, I don't. I'm minimalist as possible, but modern. I have all the skills to live rurally. I'm doing so. That sounds great, Eve. I'd like to know more about your life. You sound like my sort of person. Modern is in, I like old ways. I mean, when I was at school, never learnt computer or anything like that. I wouldn't say I'm averse to modern things, but I don't like a phone. I really don't. I don't like being tied to a phone. So, for example, Mike used to go out and he'd say, "Oh, take the phone round with you," and I'm like, "No, I'm here for peace and tranquility. Why am I carrying a phone around? I'm not running a business." So that kind of, I don't like a phone really. I've actually got round not having the phone now because one of the phones doesn't work. So there's really only one phone now. So he takes that with him in case his car breaks down, bless him. I learned all computer, I say learned computer. I would say I'm streamed. There's something I really know a lot about with the computer. Let's say YouTube. I can tell you the analytics and the ins and outs, but that's not actually about the computer. You see what I mean? So I learn, well, it's because I've contacted the CEO, so I've learned a lot of the facts rather than the fiction, let's say, of YouTube. So I've learned about the analytics almost, but I wouldn't say I know very much how to do on computer. With my brain damage, if I do something all the time, I can do it. If I haven't done something for a week or a month, I've forgotten completely how to do it. So what else don't I like modern? Peter would also love to learn to play the violin in your older age. But will your fingers still be nimble? What else? I like, part of why I came to Cyprus was I wanted a country where it's still quite family orientated, like the old ways and community and that kind of thing. So I like modern things. Oh, I tell you what, I don't like modern, if you're interested. I don't like modern architecture. Oh, it absolutely is awful. When you look at old buildings, all stonework and all right, you get some of this new, but mostly not. Mostly it's like boxes piled on boxes. The more diverse it is, the more I don't like it. And building with iron, and I like wood and stone. I don't like brick. I'm quite fussy. I like old ways. So yeah, some modern architecture, and they win awards for like literally building blocks and staggered, almost like containers almost, and they just put them in different angles, and that's not architecture, is it? Don't like that. Peter, I agree. Modern architecture and modern songs I keep away from. I like a tune, Peter. Yes, I like a tune. Not so much a sing along, but something with a really good beat and something like that. I think we'd get on, Peter. I think we would. It makes me laugh, really. Some of these comments, when I read them, I imagine people to be a certain age. And there was one, I've been chatting quite a long time with her, and suddenly she had a video. She does videos, but she's never on them, like to the camera. And one time she was there, and um, let's say I think she was quite a bit older than me, is a polite way to put it. And I thought she was a sprightly young girl just by her views. And so it's very interesting, isn't it? You'd like to learn 3D modelling. Oh, that's interesting. In case you wonder, guys, why I read it out, is I know some of my viewers watch these back afterwards, but instead of sitting at the computer and having to read it, they like to do their housework or do crafts or other things. So I read all the comments out so they know they can just put it on and listen to it like a podcast, I guess. So that's why I try and read all your comments, and I do like to acknowledge everything you all say as well. Yes, I see. That's something I like with modern. I like the modern day animation. I like that you can now do all this 3D printing. I like advancement, but when you think back to, I don't know, 1900, something like that, or even before, the things they were inventing and doing, which was beyond their capabilities, and the amount of things they did was amazing. When you think today, what really big differences happen that rapidly without huge funds? Uh, Paula says, it's amazing today we can learn anything online thanks to the internet. Yes, yes, you're right. That's exactly one. And meeting people from all around the world. We're just this distance away. Sarah Jane, I like to use Photoshop. I would like to learn 3D modeling software. Yes. So you're younger, I think, Sarah Jane. So you're into, you probably, did you learn all computer stuff and that? If you've got a good basis, whereas older people, not, I wouldn't say it scares us, but just even do the basics. I can't get on with the YouTube editing. I tried it for one time. I think it's so awful. I use free editing app, I suppose it is. App. See, I don't know the lingos because it's not actually a downloaded app. I don't know. Anyway, it's called Movie Maker, and I'm telling you, just check it out. It's so easy, and the things I can do, all right, it's nothing fancy, but there's not a lot more I see in other people's videos that pay for all these fancy editing suites. Peter, 3D printing freaks me out how far they've come. Yeah, now you see, this is the thing. It's good for now, but we can see what it could be used for, or probably is being used for. That is the problem. Technology now is, the money's coming from the sort of places that want to use it for other things. Paula says, I've been learning how to edit videos, still practicing the videos we make. So is that you doing all your editing? Because I always find that interesting when it's a couple. Mike does most of his on his channel, but I must say I've done quite a few of his total videos or a lot of his editing for him. He said, well, you're so good at it now. But funny enough, when I first started on YouTube, as I've said, I can't do something unless I physically do it with my brain condition. You can't tell me do this, this, this. It's gone. I don't know. I can't almost absorb the information. So I physically have to do it. Or what I do a lot is he says how to do something. I say, hold on, I physically write it down and then read it back and do it. So I was for about 2 months literally reading, then click, and doing it. But now I just go, I just know it because I'm doing it so much. Are we? Peter, yep, we are worlds apart, yet with technology, we're a small world. Definitely. And I think this is why a lot of countries aren't so dictatorship, because they're seeing other places now, although England has gone backwards, it's become a dictatorship by telling you what you can and can't say. Sarah Jane says, well, I'm a grandma. Yeah, wow. But I've done a lot of classes in Photoshop and animation. You must be a very young grandma, Sarah Jane. But I didn't know that. So this is why you need to do a channel. Paula says, I agree, Peter. Yes, very small world. Peter says, I sound like I'm reading you a story, but I told you I'm reading it all. Peter says, yes, YouTube is hard work. I live editing videos. My friend has a Sony professional video editing software. I use it for my videos. Now you are a channel where you can see the quality. Some of them are really good. Paula says, I do all the computer stuff. Randy can barely turn on a computer. Oh, bless him. But he's aces at any handiwork at home and he does all the DIY. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You could just sit there. Darling, I'm just got to do this video and I want that built and that built. I'm having fun. Peter, love animation video. Yeah, that's come on so much. I like things like Toy Story. I like that sort of animation. I just love those sort of ones. I don't like these sort of Disney cartoony so much ones. You know what I mean by cartoony, like the old animation. I like what they call it when they. It's not stop motion, is it? Toy Story. It's a new word they have for that. I really like that. I mean, they're harmless fun. I prefer the first Toy Story, I think. Some of them went a bit not so interesting, or the one with, what's his name, Pete, the big cowboy man, the bad cowboy, the big cowboy. No, he wasn't a pirate. Yeah, watch them. I can't tell you. It's something Pete. Oh, I think he was like a gold digger or something. When the one where he comes into it and they find all the other toys, and Jessie. I don't like Jessie very much. Of animation. Paula, do you know how to moderate? Because if you do, I can make you a moderator and then you can put things up. I'm always happy to have anyone moderating that knows how to do it. So if any of you are on, Peter, do you moderate? As long as you know how to do it, because I'm supposed to check that you moderate already or you know how to do it before I sign you up. But if either of you want to do that, normally before I do a live, I do have my thing up down the bottom so I can put links and that. I tell you what, if you want, why don't you go on each other's channel? You can just write down the name of the channel, because I can't do it today because I wasn't really set up, because I just randomly jumped on as normal, but more random than normal. You can just write each other's channel names down and then you can just go on their channels. Peter's not moderated. Try a little animation to my short videos. Peter says, I think the first video of a series is always the best. Yeah, I like Shrek. Shrek's pretty cool. Although I think I've liked all of those. Oh, I tell you which one I did like of those. When, it's probably because I'm a girl, but the one where they find the prince and he's in the school, the castle school. I think they're learning to be knights, and then they have all the girl princesses from all the fairy tales, and they're all at school. And Shrek goes to get this prince. And I like that concept of they were typical American school children. I liked that bit. That was very clever. Where are we? Paula, I have been a moderator but do not know how to do it. That's a trouble. A lot of people, I went on one the other day and they went click, 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 and they just made everyone a moderator. I was like, part of him, you should ask first. I mean, he probably knows I do it, so that's fine, but people give me the blue wrench. Yeah, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's not really the ethics of it, because I have to actually say that you are a moderator. And I'll tell you something else, if you go on other lives and they have this, not trolling, they call it something else. What is it? They call it something like attack. All the trolling goes on suddenly. And yeah, that can be a problem. So yeah, the moderators need to know how to deal with that basically. Paula says, Paula is living life in the slow lane, Paula and Randy, because I must say the channels, because I get annoyed when people go, oh, hi Paula, but luckily yours is in your title. And I'm like, well, who are you talking to? I use Canva, don't know that, when I create a short video. And I use Windows 10 video editing where I make my longer videos. Peter Rabbit, I love your thing. Animation was great, I thought. I haven't seen that one. Obviously, I know the story. Ah, Bibby. See, I had to think carefully there. Bibby. I do apologise, Bibby, for the other day, but you know I know who you are. Ah, did the other live finish then? I wasn't very happy in there. I had to come out, so I thought, I thought someone else was going to be on the live, so I said, oh, I'm going, I think someone else is on. but they weren't, so I'm doing my own. But I wasn't very happy there. I'm pretty sure you might be able to tell in the comments. I don't know. Bibby, oh yes, Bibby. See, I'm thinking twice. Bibby, would you like to be a moderator? Wild Edibles, hi there. Being a mod is not too hard when you get a hang of it. No, I've been I'm a moderator on 2 channels, and no, I enjoy it. I just have to remember I do it probably different to others. I actually got all channel references and that on Word doc, and then I've opened up up the top there. I've opened up another page with YouTube, so I can go quickly that way as well. The trouble is my laptop's so slow that I do apologise if I'm slow. Where are we? I have to go up. Hands up, who wants to moderate for Dawn? Love it, Peter. Interesting, you're saying, hi Darren, Wild Edibles. Have I missed somebody coming on? All right, Sarah Jane. Yes, it's late there, isn't it? Thanks so much for popping on. Or not popping on, you've been on from the beginning. Hope to see you again. Catch me if you can. You never know when I'm going to do a live. I think I'm the only channel that does that. No announcement. Here I am. It's amazing how many people I get actually watching just because of that. Where a lot of other channels don't have as many, and they've sort of said they're going to be on. Let me just go back, see if I've missed something. Peter never moderated, just support people. Well, that's what everyone appreciates very much. Paula says Saturday morning cartoons were the best. Yes, I bet we all had different cartoons. We had in England mostly American cartoons, so Banana Splits, and which was the program for people dressing up as Droopy and animal weird things. Did you have that one? And then they showed different cartoons throughout, Land of the Giants and the Three Musketeers, and then of course your classics. I like Scooby-Doo. I do like Scooby-Doo. Yes, all done. What's yes, all done? If I missed something. Oh, all done. Yes, I asked you. Sorry, I asked you a question. Is the other one finished? Yes, all done. Wild Edibles. Just need to read to make sure no one's starting trouble. Hey, Wild. If you need a mod, sure. Oh, there we go. I've got quite a lot. Add moderator. There we go. Bing. You are now part of Team Awesome. So I now actually do a lot of promos for you as well, which I've already done actually. I can't remember if they're on New Beginnings or Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, but there's more to come because I'm going to put that recipe up that you showed me. And I'm one of these channels that actually say this is totally not my idea. This is from Body Farm. Where are we up to? Wild Edible. That helps to have a sheet of people. Cheat sheets are good. Yeah, I do that. The 2 channels I mod for, I've got all the main people there, and then obviously if the chat's not too fast and I've got time, I any new people that crop up, I copy paste whatever there's onto my Word doc, and it's actually a Word doc for each channel. No, Sarah. Bibby, not Darren boy. My eyes are funny today. Oh, right. Yeah, it's Bibby. Bibby. I've just got to keep practicing. Yeah, I watched your one with where you was picking agent stuff today in the garden. You put the umbrella up for me, and I did thank you, Bibby, for putting the umbrella up, keeping me dry, and saying how beautiful Peanut looks now. Peanut is the chick that isn't so much a chick. Now, when do you go from calling them chicken to hens? Is there an age, or are they different things? Because Peanut was supposed to be going to freezer camp, I believe, and Bibby decided Peanut was staying on the Boddington farm. I'm doing it alone. Eve says, I would like to see some more low budget videos. It would draw more attention. Are you saying like my salvage ones and frugal ones and all that? My one that actually, well, one of my videos that went viral, I've had 3 or 4 now. 4, I think, viral ones over my channels. One was this frugal one. It's the one where Mike's standing cooking on our rocket stove that we really do cook on. And although that went viral, sometimes by having a video like that that goes viral and then gets put out there, they're also going to be your videos where you get dislikes. So if you've got a community, you tend not to get dislikes. But because it went so many out there, it gets dislikes, because you're going to get some people that aren't of that community or that type of living that go, yeah, right, or I don't believe that for a minute. I had all sorts of comments like that, and they're going to give you a thumbs down because, oh, you can't possibly live with so little money. Well, we do. Come and live here for a month and you'll see. And I guarantee you won't stay for the month because you can't survive how we survive. So just be in mind, I know people think it's a great thing to have viral videos, but you will get a huge amount of dislikes from it. So just be aware of that. So is that what you meant, Eve? Some more of those sites? I'm happy to do them because I'm not about trying to build like numbers, and hence why my lives aren't anything as the lives coming next week or whatever. Although I get why you do that, and that's great because we can all plan. Actually, Bibby, you actually put, I think, about a week or 2 weeks ahead. Great, we can plan, and I should start writing it down on my calendar because we do forget when they're that ahead of time. But we can plan around it, so I can go and do some gardening if it's a time that suits me in Cyprus, and then go, oh, I'll get that job done. Now I can come and watch. Sometimes, obviously, the Aussie and the American channels, the time doesn't link up very well, so I can't always be there. But for me, as I say, I'm not worried about numbers, or I'm not worried if no one comes on. I've always got something at the beginning I talk about, and then if no one's on, I say, oh, we'll see you next time. And I know I get so many views on these lives after the event, so I'm not worried in that respect. So, as I was saying, if people dislike me, well, as long as you dislike me and don't come again, there's no point disliking and then keep coming back and disliking. If you dislike something, or put in the comment, well, blah, 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 but properly, not just, oh, I didn't like that, that was rubbish, be constructive, because we have different opinions. And or ask me, well, can you actually say how much money you have coming in, and then show me your food bill and what you pay, which I have gone through, saying about how much we pay to live here and what we pay out for. So I was thinking about doing the bits of food we do buy and how much that costs, but I find those ones quite boring. There's a lot of family channels that, oh, this is my shopping today, and I find those quite boring. But if you're interested in that, then I might will actually drive around town and go around to several shops to always pick up online. You see where their offers are, and here drive around 3 or 4 different supermarkets, you call them, and get the cheapest thing. And yes, it's more driving, but the amount of petrol to go to each one is less than what it would cost if he bought everything full price. Where am I? So yes, Eve, if you're talking about those frugal type ones, there is a channel I watch, and she's a lady who lives in France, and her whole channel is about frugal living. And I'm sure I've probably given her a shout out somewhere. Yes, I think on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, I think I've spoken of her channel there. But if you want any links, I can tell you another time. I don't really want to give links if people aren't watching my channel and putting comments all the time, because they're the ones I like to promote. Oh, miss. Wait. I've just jumped. Wait. Right, Peter says, Dawn, it's just after 11 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Must head off. Been a pleasure visiting. Till we meet again. Best wishes to you soon. I like the little icon there. Love it. So if you haven't already gone, sorry, Peter, I was chatting, but all the best to you. And thank you so much for all your support. I'll be back on your channel soon. Paula says, Peter, what's the name of your channel? Yes, we've got moderators now. I've got, I think, 7 moderators. So, but that's the trouble with not announcing when I'm on. They're not always on. Bibby. Oh no, I've got a spanner. Yeah, looks funny. I didn't realise when I first did a live that you all got like a white comment screen. And the first time I did it, it's black. And I'm like, oh, have I done something wrong? And it's black. But the blue looks so vibrant on it. I suppose it's so it shows up more for me. I don't know. Blue looks good on you. Yes, it does. Yes, part of Team Awesome now. I think every few months I'm going to do a little thing about all those on Team Awesome. Peanut is a big chook. Yes. Paula says, hello down on Bondington Farm and Nature 9 and family. Have I missed Nature? Oh, there you are. I've missed your comment. Greetings, just showing up a little love, getting ready for work. How's everyone doing? So great to see you, Nature 9 and family. And as I say, I never know when it's a mixed channel, if you're both on or one of you's on. It's normally the female, but I don't like to say that because sometimes the man of the group's there. That's why me and Mike have separate channels. You'll know if he's there. He doesn't really watch lives or anything. I'm saying hello. What does Bibby mean? It's her name. I don't know, Bibby. Tell us, is that your name? I live in life. Chris Clevercraft, hello. Hello there. Nice to see you. Don't forget, if you're on now, go back to the beginning because always on my lives, I do something particular at the beginning. So there's always something to go back and watch because, as I say, sorry, I'm sweating so much. If nobody comes on because they're such random and no announcements, I've always got something to talk about. Oh, Vivian. So where did the nickname come from, Bibby? Shonda. Oh, look, we got a spanner friend on. So I can't moderate my own channel today because I know I do random ones, but it was literally seconds random, so I can't do anything today to help any of you out. Don't forget, if you've got a spanner, put your own channel up. That's the way we do it on my channel. And then we're not wasting our time doing 50 million people's channels. So if you've got a spanner, put your own link there. And if you can do anyone else's, that's much appreciated. First time one of your lives. Yes, Chris Clevercraft. They're random. There's no warning. And as I say, I read them out as much as I can possibly do because people like to play this back incomplete and use it like a podcast so they can get on with their cooking or whatever else they're doing. Shonda says, good morning for me, afternoon for you. Oh, you're smart. What time is it here then, Shonda? Do you know? How clever are you? Yeah, I like your last video, Shonda. It's nice. Chris Clevercraft, first time live. So I've just read that one. Nature 9 family, greetings Paula and Randy. Body Farm, budgeting is good. It's a necessity, but I actually like this lifestyle. I lived in South London in England and it was all sort of West End. And not saying I was one of these who went and bought things like clothes and all that or shopped there, but it's just a way if you do it. Or I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff I bought I probably didn't need. Obviously not because I don't have it now, and I got rid of a ton of stuff before we moved out here. In fact, me and Mike were just a couple before we came out. We got married out here in Cyprus. And before we came out, we literally put everything together and said, what do we want? What do we want? I really downsized then. And I felt, I don't need half this stuff. But so saying that, I'm back to cooking more now, and I'm like, oh, I got rid of my garlic press. Oh, I got rid of this. Oh, I got rid of that, because I wasn't really thinking of cooking. I wasn't able at that point. Where are they? People saying hello. I love all your emojis. Do any of you have trouble with it, or is it just because my hands don't work very well? When I'm trying to get an emoji on this, which is the only time I use them, when I sort of roll up and down, it jumps so much. So is there a way to slowly move it up? Oh, I wonder if the buttons on the keyboard will move it slower. I haven't tried that. But you'll see when I not get bored on the chat of people's, but if they're talking about cooking with eggs, then if I've got nothing to say, I'll put an egg emoji up. Or if I talk about it was Dazzy's one the other day, and he's talking about all what he grows, and I had nothing to say, but I kept adding everything he said he was growing. I was adding pictures of. Or if I get hungry because it's my dinner time or tea time, I'll start putting cake pictures up. Love cakes. My favourite aunt is named Vivian. Nice to meet you, Bibby. Oh, how lovely. Yes, check out everyone's channel. So don't forget, put your channels up if you've got your spanners. All publicity is good publicity. Wouldn't we like to think so? Hi, everyone I've missed. Late here in Australia. Yes, it must be. Must be very late. I appreciate you coming. I do quick haul videos, Dawn. Yes, I've seen yours, but your payday, I'm assuming that's like, I don't want to say benefit. Is it like a health benefit, or is it like an age benefit? I don't know. I've seen payday, and I'm assuming it's some sort of income from the government. I don't want to say something, or is it because for your health you get money? I've never been sure, and I've never really liked to ask that in the comments. Eve, don't worry about thumbs down, because I and you are not majority. We do use gas, dry closet electricity, €5 to €7. Yeah, we don't have electricity. We don't have that. We just have solar, and we have to have the generator, so that costs us diesel, because our borehole is very deep. Very deep. I've said it in a video, I forget how deep. And we have to pump the water up. So we need the generator for that. Yes, eventually, possibly, you could use a solar, but not one of the cheap ones you can buy because it's so far down. Yeah, as I say, I don't mind thumbs down as long as you move on. Don't just sit on the channel and, do that. If you don't like it, there's channels I watch. In fact, I've got some channels that are really supportive of me, and they're, let's say, mechanical channels or car engines, and that's not me at all. I'm not interested in them. But I say to them, this isn't for me. But every now and then I'll go on your channel and sort of let you know I'm here and put a thumbs up kind of thing. You just saved money on chicken. Oh, but I'm wild. Laugh out loud. I have to get my hands dirty before they go in the freezer, but it's much cheaper. You're so funny. You're so funny. Wild edibles. That's what I've just read. Shonda, haha, spanner. I've never heard anyone say that. Yeah, spanner. Moderator. What word was I saying the other day? And I kept saying the wrong word. Wrench. It's a spanner. I'm in Cyprus, it's a spanner. And in England, it would be a spanner, not a wrench. But maybe Mike will differ, and they've probably got different uses. But to me, a spanner has like that, a fixed head. And I'm sure a wrench is one where you can change the gap, the size of it. So I'm pretty sure the logo is actually a spanner. Let's look that up, hey? Yeah, there's Shonda's channel, there's Body's channel. If you can put everyone else's up, guys, that would be really great. Paula says, I tried to copy and paste my channel info, but not sure how to do it like a moderator. Right, if I make you a moderator, you can just copy and paste it and put it in the down where it says say something, but put what do you call those curly things? The at symbol first, and then you put it in there. Let's do it. Where are you gone, Paula? You've disappeared. Oh, there you are. There you go. Right, so just copy it like you copy and paste it. Put the at symbol down the bottom and then paste it straight after. Did it come up blue? Yes, you must be blue somewhere because it says remove you now. I might have jumped. You both are Smurfs, talk to Popo laugh. Oh, I used to collect those. Were they a thing everywhere? In England, you used to get one free in the garage, like where you get petrol, gas station. I have to be so careful after you don't know what I say sometimes. Benzina, we call it here. And you had to go in, I can't remember which Shell, is it Shell? Oh, I might be wrong. But anyway, a petrol station, a gas station, and you got one free with a certain amount of petrol each time, a Smurf. I don't know if there was a set one for a set week or you could choose. And then it was the cheapest, just them. And then you could go in shops and buy like all the different ones. I had those, I got rid of those. But I expect they're worth something now. Good being a Smurf. Yeah, as I say, I've got the black background here on the chat for some reason, and the blue is like, whoa. I guess I suppose if it's really fast talk, then you have to look at your mods. Living life, I can't post links and they're short a mod. Yeah. Do you know, guys, as well? I used to put, if I was talking to you, or you might like this video, or you need help with blah, blah, I've got a video, here it is. You hear people say they wipe out your comments if you put a link in. Well, that's up to you whether it gets wiped out or not. I forget exactly where it is, but it's automatically ticked by YouTube. You can untick it. So just to let you know that channels can actually have links, if that helps. She meant if you're a moderator, you can put your channel up. Yeah, put your channels up. So much to learn. Why are you not blue? I made you blue. Why are you not blue? I can only remove you now as a moderator. Why have you not gone blue? I could remove you and put you back. Oh, that's another thing. If you probably know this, but you may not. It's only what I've learned from the CEO. If you subscribe to a channel, then you unsubscribe to the channel, it takes that down like your subscribers. But if they resubscribe again, it doesn't add them again. It's so people can't keep on off kind of thing, but it doesn't come back on again. So I've had some people that have got unsubscribed for some reason, that happens, and they've tried to subscribe again and the count won't go up. Hi there, Daz. How are you doing? Nice to see you pop over here. I should have just put on the other one. I'm doing my own live now. Bye. Where are we up to? So much to learn. Yeah, I don't know why you've not gone blue, Paula. Have you got an issue with your channel? Because they don't always let you. So when I click on it, right, I'll remove you and then put you back on. Right, I've removed you because it wouldn't let me put you blue. Add. Where are you now? You're not blue this end. Why are you not going blue? I think we've got a problem with your channel. Good day, Daz. Daz from my Aussie Garden and Kitchen. I was trying to remember the proper name of your channel, Daz. Same with so many homesteady things. No, I don't do notifications, Daz, for my lives. I'm unique, you know that. I just randomly pop on and do one. Or if I fancy a live, I'll just go and see if there's any lives. No one's doing a live, so I do a live. It's a game, hide and seek. Can you find me? I do no set day, no set time, no so many a month. You just find me, you just look. So if you hit the notification, it will actually say when I'm actually on doing the live. So you will not get a notification that you're following me. Bibby, I think you're Bibby. Sorry, Bibby. I think you're following me. Hello, Daz. Suburban Homesteader. Hello. Hello, just here for a few. Want to say hi and show support for your channel. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. It's like having friends round for tea. I'm just popping for a quick cuppa. I don't drink tea, by the way. Why do people think English people drink tea? I actually drink more coffee than tea. There's a garden kitchen. Good day, Paula. Say good day to Randy. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, you are blue now. Why did that take so long? I don't know why that took so long. Because all those previous ones should have gone blue, or maybe not. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, look. So all put your links up. Remember, it's the way we do it here. Randomly put your own links up as new people come along. And if you can do anyone else's, that is always greatly appreciated, because I can't do it today. I was too random. Dawn, your chat is slow. We're a few minutes ahead. When you asked why Paula wasn't blue, she had already been a modern part of the link. It's because I'm catching up. It's not I'm slow. I've got that blue down arrow. There's more yet. But it's because I chit chat. And if I use a blue arrow, it jumps right to the bottom. So I'm slowly scrolling down. I'm actually ahead of you because I have to blank out anything that I don't want my mods to be allowing. But thanks for that. I'll tell you when I've caught up. But thanks for saying that. It's always interesting. She's a bit behind reading. Yes, I am. I'm behind reading. I'll tell you when the blue arrow's gone. Welcome. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Gee, thanks. As I say, excuse me, there's so many watch these afterwards, but I think some like to watch the whole thing. To be honest, I don't watch lives after they've gone up. If I miss them, I don't tend to watch them back. It's just my way. I think that time I'd rather watch lots of other little bits of channel, but I do like watching a live if they have content. So just how's the weather, blah blah. I like something, which is why at the very beginning of mine I always do something particular. So always go back, at least watch the very beginning to see what the new thing is. And it was a psychology game at the beginning of today's live chat that you can play. And I won't go into it because you can go back and have a look, but it's a little fun psychology game if you want to play. Everyone stop talking 5 minutes, let her catch up. No! Don't do that. What time is it there? We're 7:30 a.m. in Suburbia Homesteaders. Was us. Now it is 4:29 p.m. and it's sweltering. That's why I'm just sweating and sweating. Saying at the beginning, I've got a fan right here, but I can't have it next to the microphone. Oh, now it's gone too fast down. Wyoming to, yes, I know. There you are. I was just reading it as is. 11:27 p.m. in Australia. Yes, I used to sort of think, oh, what time is it? Will it suit? But I'm going to do all random times. I'm not going to do my midnight or my 2-3 o'clock in the morning, which is when most of your Aussie ones are on. I'm not doing those, but I'm going to jump around because I'm bound to catch other people. So I want to jump around, but I do know there's a few of you which are on now, the Aussies, that do these late night ones and watching the late night ones. So I'm going to catch my fave people too. We drink more tea than coffee. We don't even like tea. I would like to like those like some nice smelling ones, like flavoured teas, like not herbal, when you get, well, I suppose strawberry, and they just smell so lovely. But, ugh, not for me. I would like to like them, so it's not that, oh no, I don't like that. 7:30 here in Colorado, right under you. Oh, you're in Colorado. I didn't know that. I've got friends in Colorado. I'm friends with the Dales. They used to live up at Colorado Springs, and now they've moved down into, or is it, no, the Springs is the bottom bit. I've got it backwards now, have I? Anyway, they used to live up the mountain bit, and now they're down in the town bit. So yes, the Dale family. I'm friends with those. I've actually got one of her books. She wrote a book, and it's I forget what it's called exactly. It's on Amazon. I have to get it one time and say. And it's Alice in Wonderland, but it's a different version. Is it after or before? And it's sort of going into the real things about why the Mad Hatter was a Mad Hatter, and it's something to do with I think it's the glues they used to use when they were making hats, the hatters, and that's why he's a bit loco. And it's very good. It's a very good book. I'll have to try. If I remember, I'll put it in the description, but you can get it from Amazon. It's a really good read, really interesting. It's like a different twist on the Alice in Wonderland. Very interesting. Rarely ever rewatch a live. Maybe if I'm trying to help with watch hours. No, I don't watch lives again. As I say, I'd rather spend the time watching lots of. I don't really like to sit on the computer too much. I like to make my videos, watch a few that I follow, or I tell you what, I do like to watch a live of someone I've never seen before, but I won't watch a playback of that either. But if I, like today, I just came and I thought I'm going to watch it live, just who's on, and I'll try and find one that I've never even watched before. I don't know the channel, because I think that's how you get to know a person a bit more, or their thoughts, or so. Quite like that. Got a spam call. Not where I'm at. Colorado's a giant mountain town. Yes, very cold. Don't do cold. Right, I'm now at Shonda Phillips Laugh Out Loud. Okay, I've just arrived there. So give me another comment and I'll tell you how quick I get it. Then you can see where I am. If I get the comments quickly. Oh, it tells me the time of the comment. Yeah, Shonda Phillips, 16:33, and it's 16:33. So I get, oh, it's 16:34 now. 16:34. No more comments. Give me a comment. I'll tell you when it pops up. So anything else, any of you? Oh, there we go. Oh, lots of comments, lots of comments. Oh, you're messing with me. The last comment is down on Boxington Farm. You missed my comment above. Oh, I'll go back and look. Have a great day all. Time to walk the dog. See you, Paula. Thank you so much for joining me. Glad you're blue. Comment here. Yeah, 16:34, those comments. Well, Edibles, I have fun telling them I have a YouTube. I can record you for a video. They hang up quick. Oh, right, I see. With you. Oh, two more comments. Bye, Paula. Hi, my Aussie kitchen and garden. So who said I didn't read the comment? Oh, down Boddington Farm. Where's Boddington Farm? I have a lot of trouble with this. It's not a mouse, it's a hamster. That's my comment above. That's the one. Oh, there. Watch lives on replay. If I'm cooking and listening, I'm always in the kitchen. Yes, you are. Did I ever tell you I love your breakfast muffins? Darren didn't know what on earth we were talking about. He's so out the loop. He likes to think he's on all these lives. and he's just so out the loop. Not you, Daz, Darren, your other bearded friend. Dawn, you're all caught up with no lag, yay. Hey. Not bad on see as I'm coming to you from Cyprus. It's a bit hot here, guys. Trouble is, I'd rather not wear the glasses, but I can't see even me properly. Yes, you did it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did it good. The cats are starting to form around my legs. They don't get fed till about 5. It's 4:30 and they think they're getting their dinner. They're trying it on. They've done nothing much all day apart from lay and try and find somewhere cool to sleep. Nice and cool here. Yeah, it's your winter. This right now is our most opposite time, because when, you know, springs and autumns, we don't really have autumn here. It just goes from summer to suddenly one night we're like, oh, because we don't have much of a winter, so we do that. But right now, particularly whether you're growing stuff or I'm growing stuff, whichever way, and suddenly you're all there in your woolly hats, and like Jandera, she was in her hoodie and her hat, and I'm like sitting there sweltering watching. I'm like, oh, you're making me feel so hot. So this right now is our most opposite, I feel, for both weather and growing. Keep this up, I'll make Dad's premiere. Yeah, we want Daz to do one. Don't think it's scary, Dad. It just takes that leap to do it. It really does. And I know you probably want to do StreamYard to get some folks up, but this one is easier. There's not so many buttons. You just, where you do up here, where you like post a video, you can just hit go live and you're on. Oh, you just have to wait a few seconds. Oh, you have to put a title first. You must have a title. Don't have to fill the rest in. I don't fill the rest in till I've finished talking, then I'll fill it all in. But you do have to wait for a picture. And if you don't like it, you can go and change it after the live if you want to. So Dad has a premiere visitors soon. What, today now? I want them to be lives. I don't actually like premieres, only for the fact I would rather chat to you like this. I did a premiere for my 100th video, and it was interesting, and that just got me into doing it. Oh, Daz, yes, you're on. If you're doing the premiere, take note of what I said. It actually says a premiere. You're supposed to actually stay on for at least another 30 minutes after, because I like to watch them and then people might ask you things after. And some people can't go in the chat and watch and listen properly because they're busy doing that. So, guys, if any of you have a premiere, yes, I'm talking about like live like this, the host to be talking here. And that's why I found there was so much going on over in the chat. I wasn't listening to all of the video, and that's why they say you are on the premiere, although you can chat within it, you're supposed to stay on afterwards. I like premieres because they're short, you can still get to chat with people. Yeah, premieres you can make whatever length you want, they're long or short. And if you make it short and then you don't stay on the chat on the end, by the time people come on, it's gone. So personally, I've probably, when is this premiere? Or are you still on? When is your premiere? What time? I don't say what time, say how long from now, because I don't know what your time is. I did see it pop up. And then what we could all do, we could all go over onto Daz's. Some people don't start till halfway in and it's over and people have gone, you're still watching, so stay for half an hour. It's great. Yeah, it does say that on the actual, when you set up a premiere. It does recommend, I think, an hour, but it says at least half an hour. You're the only one doing off out there. I've never seen one where people say, yeah, I've gone loads of them. They all stay. Everyone left immediately on the other one. I did not. I stayed there because all the premieres I watch, they're all there chatting. That's why I like them. Premiere is in an hour. My cats were not feeling well. Oh, Dad. You can just let it play and just get someone to go on, or you just type on the top, not feeling well, but the premiere's still here for you. That's probably the best way to go, because I think when things get cancelled, people sometimes drop off. So go on your own chat and put at the top, not feeling well, guys, but thought you'd still like to see it, or something like that. That's probably your best bet. And then you'll probably find people still leave comments for you. Spooky Wiki Daz. Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not great. Nice idea, Dawn. Thanks for the good info. Yeah, I think that's probably your best bet. As I say, you don't want to not let people down, but you know what I mean. They can still watch it, and you can do another premiere another time. That's why I feel sorry for poor Josh. He's doing his best. I keep supporting him, guys. Give him thumbs up. He is trying. Can change the time, Daz. Yeah, could do that. Could do that. It depends how he's feeling, doesn't it? If it's needs to go to bed. Be a good idea. Take your puppy's phone a week if you still do it. I don't have a phone, so this is why I don't get notifications and things like that, because I'm only going to get them if I'm actually on my computer, which, as I say, doing computery things is not very often. So I'm not on internet. I'm mostly making my videos and things. Sometimes I just quickly check my Gmails and that's when I'll just pop on YouTube and just see if someone's there. So yeah, maybe it'd be nice if you'll pop onto Daz's premiere and just put like you're supporting you anyway or something. Be nice. Anyone else got lives coming up? Maybe it's got one. I was going to write it down, I didn't. See if I can hold out on how to go. So if it's 4:45 now, it will be 6:45. Let me write that down. 5:45. See, I've made a note. I think, did I go on yours and put something at the top? No, that was someone else's. It's someone else's I can't watch. I'll just put something on the top. We're live tomorrow night. It's no good saying what time is it. I'll just say tomorrow, and I'll have a look at that before I go off. I know you put up your notice tomorrow. Bibi. I have to keep remembering the middle letters are the same as the first. Bibi. Switch my computer. Subscribe to you. That's very kind of you. That's very nice. Oh, I've got a cat around my legs. 45 minutes is on the half hour. 5 minutes. Okay, here's my cat. This is the one that wants dinner. This is Fossil. She's already made her appearance on this live twice. Oh, it's Fossil. Not impressed. Dinner's not this way. Oh, yeah, she's off now. She can't understand who I'm talking to. Oh dear, quite funny. Yeah, so we've got our workaways here at the moment. They're just out now. They've got the weekend free. So I'm thinking about next Saturday taking them out to see some local sites, but not touristy, like the river and the dam and an old iron bridge and some bits and pieces. Shonda, I want to wait for my first live. Yeah, I can't wait to see one of your lives. I think yours would be great. I can really see you doing a live. Well, hopefully agents in Cairns would work, so I'm trying to live with him there. Yes, I saw your video and I put a comment to say something about, yep, we don't really need the men apart from now and then to do a bit of heavy stuff. It's in 45 minutes on the half hour. Apologies. Thanks, Dad. Well, I'll come off of this. Although if we're in 45 minutes, that will be 4:45, 5:30. So basically Daz is saying get off by 5:30 your time and all go over there. That would be quite funny actually, guys, if any of you are free or able to do that. That would be really nice. But Daz, if you see any people here that don't know your channel normally, oh, I tell you what, guys, if you do go on there, just go, I've just come from New Beginnings site, but she recommended we come. That would be cool. Yeah, for your live chat. Oh, not at all. Thanks, Daz. It's nice. Really good community here. Did you all do the thumbs up? I've lost track of how many of you there are now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. That just tells me you like me. It doesn't have any. Oh, thanks. Whoever forgot and put it on. Thanks. Yeah, doesn't help my channel at all, but it tells me that you love me and you want another live. If I've got thumbs down, that will feed me that going, oh well, bye bye. Is that sun behind her? Right, see, that's how sunny it is. As I say, it's 4:45. Oh, I'm not reading my chats. Checked out your channel and subscribe. Yeah, what's the one, Shonda, about the babies? I always go on about the plants. Save the babies. You put a link up to that because that's my favourite ever of your ones. Put a link up to that. If you go and watch one of Shonda's videos to get an idea of who Shonda is, I think to me that's who you are. Dog is barking at kangaroos back in 5. Oh, always the way, isn't it? Thank you very much. We always share channels on ours. Apart from the person who loves your breakfast muffins. Oh dear. I have a thing with each channel. So breakfast muffins with yours. Shonda, it saves the babies. Does it Steve Parrots? I haven't got one yet with the Suburban Homesteader, but you'll see there's a video I'll get to and I'll go, oh, and I keep on about then. Yeah, where's that video? Oh, okay, so you're waiting for me to make the first move. I've actually put it up. Actually, I'm running out of pre-made videos, so I should do that one. I suppose you want it on this channel rather than my other one. Most of my recipes I actually put on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. But I have had a few here. I think I put one up today on this channel, the recipe. See, look, I get mixed up with what I've made and what I've posted. Today, yes, recipe, how to make Greek Cypriot talatori. There. And you all grow cucumbers. If you grow cucumbers, you just need that, garlic and yogurt. And you've got yourself a nice little Greek Cypriot dip, or I use it with salads. Oh, here we go. Sean just put up her baby video. It's not babies as in humans. So I have to go. That's totally fine. I thank you so much for coming. You're very supportive. And I'll be back on your channel soon. Sean just says, haha, it was the first video with the thumbs down. Oh, well, that wasn't for me. It's funny because we were talking about that earlier. Oh, it's always the way. But I think you mentioned it to me before. Maybe it's because you took the babies, you adopted the babies. It possibly was that. I don't know. It could possibly be that. Maybe. Watched the cucumber video. Oh, did you? Oh, you watched my channel. Good. I've seen a few comments from you. Making tomato butter tomorrow. Yes, I saw that. You saying about that. I'm assuming that's like a garlic butter because I was going to ask you when the video comes up if I didn't understand. So it's just flavoured butters and you use it as a butter, do you? Or you put it on like a spread so then it's the butter and the flavour? Because I'm assuming it's something you could make like with chives or something. And you made another one before. I don't think it was garlic. You've got another video like that. what was it? I've subbed Shonda, but at least you haven't snubbed her. Yeah, I like her channel. It's quite, I'd say, not diverse, but lots of different things. I think it's like my channel. It's got a theme of Shonda, but lots of different things. So maybe that's when playlists sometimes come into play. So I must say, I don't often watch ones with people's children in, but some of yours are quite adorable. But overall, I don't tend to watch the ones with children in. But yeah, some Sean did. Oh yeah, because I watched the one about tidying up, didn't I? And I put my mother's thoughts of tidying up in. I thought, well, I hope you don't take offence and think I'm telling you how to tidy up. But you must have seen my live where I talk about what my mother says I can and can't do. So I think you got the idea. I guess people didn't like when I stole tiny leaves, just cleaned up their area. I'll be doing an update soon so you can see the babies grow. Yeah, I think that was it. It's they didn't like the fact you adopted them. We'll just assume that, shall we? But as you say, they were going to be rubbish. It wasn't like they had a price ticket on. They were rubbish, weren't they? So you was just recycling. So yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's a really good way to do things. I've been all day collecting different seeds out my garden. I filmed a little bit of that. I love your input to my client video. Yeah, I'm always cautious when I put things up, but I feel we know each other quite well. But I thought, oh, if anyone else reads a comment, do they think I'm sort of dictating to you? Well, my mother says you should do it like this. But you know, it's mummy says do this. Did it work? Did you do it or did you not? What I said, guys, if you don't know, is Sean just saying about how like clearing up the children's mess. And I put all what my mother told me, like if you had a toy out, that had to go away before another toy came out. And then she'd give us like sort of 5-10 minute warning before tea time. Anything that wasn't cleared up went in the bin, never to be seen again. Or if we were dawdling and really slow and not making a point of clearing up. And I said to Shonda, I said, well, read this to your boys and say, well, this is what someone said to do. So shall I do it next time you leave your toys out? They'll be like, whoa, clearing up. You can put whatever you want in the tomato butter, real nice on steak. Got jacket potatoes. I love jacket potatoes. One I make my son use is butter chicken. Butter chicken. Yeah, I thought I saw another something butter one you did before. I'm sure you've got another. I think I know your videos better than you. That's the trouble, you get so many. With mine, I never remember did I make it or did I think I would make that at some point. So, like going through all my growings and my different trees and the different birds and different wildflowers and want to do them all. And I think, did I do that? And I worry sometimes I give a tip in a video and then do I give that tip again? But then if someone hasn't seen one video and it might be appropriate to mention it again. So you often hear me say, oh, that's in the video, blah, blah. Thanks down at Bobbington Farm. Is there anything you want to know, guys? I'm available for questions. I still want to do one at 2K, but there's an analytics thing going on at the moment. They bump you over 1K, so you can put ads on, but that's another story. I have said it before that I don't get paid here for adverts, even though you may see adverts on, I don't get paid. And I will tell you, oh, cat's tail, I will tell you as soon as I get payment, just so you're aware. So they bump you over the 1K. So those that struggle at the last minute will see it suddenly splurges over the 1K. So you'll be fighting around 900 something, and it just goes boom over the 1K. But then as quick as it goes up, you will see it bumps down almost daily, which is weird because I've got far more viewing times, I've got more subscribers, and yet I've lost so many subscribers. I went up to I think 1.48k and it's now down to about 1.3 37, something like that. But it goes down on a daily basis. And the reason for that is it's YouTube deliberately puts you over 1K when you're almost there. So you get paid ads, even though I don't get paid. And then because you see it falling, they want you to do your utmost with getting real subscribers to take it back over 1K, because if it drops to 1K or less, anyone getting paid doesn't then get paid. So, but you still have ads. You can't get rid of the ads after that. Or you can say you want to be out the ad system, but they can still put ads on, but don't pay you for them. So they push you up, and they want you then, because they've dropped you back down, for you to work hard to get true subscribers, to push your number back up to where it was. And therefore you've got far more viewers watching all the ads. So it's a little game that they play, and that's fact, not fiction. Shonda sub back. Love homestead videos. Thanks, Shonda. Need subs that stick. Yeah, I think in some respects you've got to not worry about that. I think you're 900 and something, am I right? Oh, I'm not quite there. But sometimes then they're the ones, if you work at them, they're the ones that aren't going to stick. So I would suggest the easiest way to get subs, if that's what you want to do, is go on things like this and build up your community that way. Because you're going to find, if you say, like my channel, it's a similar-ish type channel to yours, you're going to find different people here that like a similar thing to what you like, what we do. So that's how you're going to find your people. I work so hard, haha, YouTube is so mean. Yes. Oh, just getting 600. But there you go. If you that's why I think Darren goes on all these. I know he's gone over the 1K, but perhaps his is slipping. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Why he likes to actually go on the live streams, because if he's a predominant person, keep being seen on the screen, you're assuming then he's some guru of YouTube that everybody knows. So I think that's why he does that. A lot of people on Bomber Steve as well, I think they like to sort of make their presence felt, and then you think, oh, they keep appearing, there must be something, and then you go and look on those, particularly if they're talking about, like Darren does, he talks about YouTube, so you think, well, he must be something that he knows about it, and then you have a look at his channel and so forth. So people go about it different ways. I'm not saying anything's right or wrong, I'm just saying, giving examples of different ways that people have to do things to keep their numbers up. Shonda says sometimes someone subs and doesn't watch anything. I heard YouTube kicks them off. No, that's one of those rumour things. And also this bit, you must watch so many minutes or else that. No, that's because the more minutes you watch, the more a paid YouTuber gets paid. So yeah, exactly, Shonda. Yeah, no, there's a lot of rumours, and unfortunately I see a lot of YouTubers going on saying these things on their channels, but because of the problems of Cyprus and YouTube, I've heard it from the horse's mouth, as they say, and I've had a lot of facts told and fallacies told, particularly, dare I say it, shorts. Just don't bother. But if you want to do them, do them. But all I can say is, if you like doing them, that's the only reason to do them. They're not going to be worth anything. Shonda, I have business mornings on YouTube where I catch up on everyone's stuff, but I have to work on everything else in the day. Yes, I used to do that, have a set time. Right now, I would say sometimes siesta time I might come on here, although it's getting too hot even in this room at the minute. So, or I'll just come on later in the day and just have a quick look. But it's good to have a set time, isn't it? Particularly those of you who do lots of different social media. I really don't know where the time is to do all those. So I just stick with YouTube. I don't have a phone, as I've said before, so I can't do a lot of those sort of things. Not interested in Facebook, because that's where a lot of the rumours begin anyway. certainly not TikTok. That was really for children, and there's a lot of problems with that as well, with non-factual and dangerous things going on. No, do you think 2 times a week to upload is okay? Yeah, I think that's enough, really, to be honest. 2 to 3 depends what you want out of it. What I was always Wednesday, and I do a dance tuition channel. I do Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, which is basically anything I don't want to put on this channel that I want to put, or if I've got too much going on this channel, growing in that, and I haven't got time for, say, a recipe, that's just taking time. So hence why a lot of recipes, for example, on that channel. It's my bits and pieces channel, and then this channel. And I started off with all 3 of those posting on Wednesday. Then sometimes I had to help Mike once he started his channel, but his is this like real random. If he's made something, if he's done a film, and we put it up. So that's no set time. And then I really got into this. I love editing. I really love editing. I love putting the music and finding the music. Although I tell you in one of my lives a story about the music I had to redo so many, even though they were copyright free. But I've told that story before. And then I just got into it. And as I say, sometimes things build up, certain growing season, and I've got so much to do, and I wanted to put my walks up. I filmed up to including walk G, and I've just posted walk E at the moment. So they back up, and some things are seasonal. So I've like got to get it out there. Like when I did all my pollinating, I did 2 episodes of that. And then I have to show progress before the next time I walk around my garden, you're going to see it's completely different if I don't show that progress bit. So 2 to 3 times, sometimes it's more. It just depends. So I've just left my description saying I post on Wednesdays. If I've got nothing else to show, I won't. But I would say 2 to 3 times, but don't post for the sheer sake of it. Where are we up to? We've actually got heaps of subs that are stuck in the last week from Prepping Page and Facebook. Well, good for you, because I think this is why a lot of people do the other social media. They feel if they don't, or it's a way to draw people in. But I'm guessing a lot of that is because you've got close ties with the Aussie community on Facebook. I think there's a homesteading page, isn't there? And you've also got very close ties to Americans. So yes, for you that probably does work. And I guess a lot of people feel if everyone else is doing it, you're going to miss out as well. So good for you. It works for you. But for me, we don't even really have Facebook in Cyprus. In fact, there's barely any YouTubers. It's if I went round filming like the family channels do out and about shopping, and they'd be like, I don't think it would even be allowed. They'd think you were going around the shops looking at the pricing. I don't know, but as you've probably seen my old big video camera I've got, can you imagine me walking around a shop with that? So that wouldn't work anyway. But yeah, so for me, Instagram, as I say, I don't have a phone. I'd be kind of interested in Instagram because you can just take a picture and it's a caption. I believe you can actually make short videos as well on that. But as I say, I don't have a phone. I can't afford one. I certainly can't afford a subscription contract, whatever. So that's completely out of the question. Excuse me. But I've also seen when I did look into it that you could do it on a laptop, sort of, but it would be a lot of messing about. You had to give all this information of things that really, why do you need that information to sign up? And then again, you have to give access to your whole laptop. I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So unless you can tell me another way, that's a no. But I mean, that one would probably be okay. But as I say, it's obviously all about the information on that. Where was I up to? Do what works for you. Yeah, sure. As I say, if you've got nothing to post, then don't post. maybe do what I do. If you want to be regular, say one day with occasional extra videos. So subscribe and hit notification to be informed. Chris, still here taking care of morning chores. Good for you, Chris. Aussie Garden Kitchen. Not sure if I want to use Facebook. Gave it up years ago. People horrid on there. Yeah, well, it's all for government info, isn't it? I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. You can't pay me to use it. I only go on Facebook to work on my business page. Yeah. I saw a program once. It was an English program, and this was when Facebook was not new out, but in its early stages. And this like investigator, TV investigator, like consumer investigator, he actually had a program and like your rights and that kind of thing was about. And he set up a little stall in a shopping mall, wherever you're from, and he set that up. And as people walked past, he said, I want your Facebook page. And he said, in less than a minute, I'm going to tell you everything about you. And a few people agreed to it. And he went through, because obviously it searches everything in, because it's linked to your computer sometimes. And people put all their information in their phones now. That's the whole point of them. For, the government want you to walk around with a phone. Hence why, dare I say it, COVID, a lot of countries, you have to have your pass thing on your phone. Never mind people who don't have a phone and the old people who couldn't even use one. They want you to walk around with your phone. It's your tag, basically. Your phone is your tag, where you are, what you're doing, what time you get up, because as soon as you get up, a lot of people are straight on the phone. It's your tag without being tagged, which is another reason I don't want one anyway. Anyway, so he set up this stall and he said, give me your Facebook page. And in literally seconds, there was a guy behind that was just working on the computer. He could tell them all those questions you get asked to verify who you are. They've got all that information. Facebook can do not only face recognition on when you do these, take your picture with someone and selfies and all that. They can now actually tell people, I don't know how it works, but it's fact, from the back and the side of their head, and they can verify all that. So Facebook is not about community. I know everything's not, but I mean, some things are community plus, but Facebook is more about information, seeking your info. We never edit. Oh, do you not? I've not noticed. Oh, I've never noticed that. Hey, that's interesting. So what happens if bad words come out? Agent just says, I didn't say it because he has his mask on. I didn't say that. I agree, Daz. I stopped Facebook last year. I think, as I say, I just feel a lot of people do it because everyone else does it. Yes, if you have a purpose, and some people do, or a link or whatever. But as I say, it's not even a thing out here at all. Shonda, I edit because I love music and cutting out ums. Do you do retakes then if you don't edit? Oh, I don't think she does. No, I don't think she does. It's real life on Boddington Farm. I have to edit because I'm not too bad on the lives, I feel, because I'm just talking rubbish out my head. But sometimes I say a word and it comes out a completely different word. It's like, for my brain, I've got a filing cabinet in my brain. I've got the right file out, but not the right page out of the file. So I might say oven instead of dishwasher. It's craziness. So a lot of the time, or I'll say a word and I either stutter or I can't say the word. So I have that. I was actually one day thinking about, like, a blooper. Someone did it and it was quite funny. But the blooper, trying to say a word, and when I'm filming, I say the word, I try again, and then I'll just say a completely different word to mean that word because it's just not happening. So I did it out. And I thought one day maybe I should leave all that in and collate all those and blooper. This is my real life. But then I thought, I'm going to get these comments back. No, that's all fake. That's fake. That's fake. She can't be like that. She speaks normally on lives. So I think it's different times as well. Sorry, I'm sweating so much. I think it's different times, or not if I'm tired. I can't pinpoint exactly, but sometimes I'm better than others. So I have to edit, and sometimes I'm quite frustrated as well. But that was actually one of the reasons I started to film, because I thought it would help me. But I must admit, the first few films I did, after doing them, I sat and cried my eyes out because I was actually worse than I thought I was. And until I heard myself back, I was like, I didn't think I was that bad. So maybe practice has helped. I don't know. But anyway, I could be a lot worse off. In fact, I was a lot worse off. I've spoken of it before. If you've got any questions, I'll answer. But I have actually done it in parts in different videos. I've mentioned different things. Yeah, I love doing the music. Boddington Farm. I'm trying not to edit. It's really difficult to me to add editing into my life. Oh, I'd come and do all your editing. I'd edit anyone's videos. Oh, apart from Mike's, there's a couple of his he's done, because he talks technical and this and this and this and this, and I don't understand what he's doing or why he's done it or what things are called. And it's like the ones he's doing now. I said, I don't mind doing it, but one, I don't understand it. Oh, and he said, and switch it around because it's in the wrong order. I'm like, well, what's in the wrong order? And I said, just do it yourself. So some of those to me are boring. Chris Clever Craft, I only go onto Facebook to work on my business page. Yeah, if you've got business, I kind of get you might have to be there with all your competitors. But I do plan on expanding this YouTube page across many platforms. Yeah, link it all up. Boddington Farm, do nothing, shoot the video, put it up. Yes. So what about, you need to go, Bibby, to all these channels that go, oh, it takes us 7 hours minimum to make a video and da da da. Yes, I get fed up with some of those channels. And because I've got this old camera, and as I've said before, it's got a disc on it, video camera, and then we have to take that disc, we have to convert it. It won't convert even on my laptop. My laptop must be one of the first laptops. It does convert on Mike's. He's got a converting program that works on his. It takes ages. And then when I upload it, download it, whatever it is, when I then put it on the like memory stick, where I put the memory stick in here, then I have to do what everyone else does who edits. So I've done all that first. Yeah, Bibi, I've never realised that before. On Boddington Farm, I will cringe at some of my first videos now. They always say that, and they say some people are such perfectionists that they won't post for so long. I mean, my first one, I've even used the very first bit of it on some of my intros again, like something about, oh, I'm doing Welcome to Cyprus or something like that. And that's the one where I'm standing there wearing like a purple summer dress, standing on my land. And that was the beginning of my very first bit. But that I did actually have written out. So I'm actually reading that, because at the beginning, as I say, I stumble a bit on words. And videos where some of my chat ones, not live, like the chat ones, I have it written down, like when I'm talking about if you're relocating to another country and things like, well, I want to talk facts and I want to talk in sections. I want to make sure I say that and that and that. And I do say on those, I'm reading from notes. I don't miss anything out or jump around. Oh, I forgot to say that. So there is that. Oh, my husband's back home. Dads need to go. Well, the kids got home and their friend hit a kangaroo with a car, only in Australia. Just going to check the car for them. We'll try to make my own premiere. Yeah, I'll probably leave you a message because Mike's back now. Hi Daz, bye, see you in 20. Oh yeah, I've got to go then anyway because Daz is coming on. Chris says, part of the reason I finally started a YouTube channel is because I decided they are watching all the time. I'm not hiding anything from them, so I might as well share it. yeah, like it. I love that. Chris Clever Craft. I'm going to have to go and look on your channel. Kind of wanted to do. You get what you get on Body in the Farm. Yeah, you've got to be one of the most real channels out there, I think. Bobbington, our 3-channel collaboration would be fun streaming all day. Yes, but as I said, that, oh, what's his name? The O'Dowd man. Donald O'Dowd? No, Michael O'Dowd. I was like, don't teach Cypriot person how to make Cypriot cheeses. The halloumi, I think it is he's making, or the feta, they're both actually registered. Hi, Mike. It's Mike. They're both actually registered as being Cypriot name, and you can't use those words like champagne can only be used in France, and you can't use them. You can, and it's like Greek yogurt. You have to put Greek yogurt on their thing now. So if you see any cheeses or anything that aren't made in Cyprus, feta or halloumi, and they don't say Cyprus on them, it's actually now illegal. It's quite recent that we finally got the go ahead on that. Doubt we'll make it. Big Shonda. Oh, we will. But they're okay, Dad. No, I haven't fed them. They've been coming in on the live. Fossum's been on the live several times. Well, I'm going to go now, guys, because obviously we're all going to head over to Daz's channel. I'll stop off briefly there. And don't forget, if you do manage to go on his, say that you've just come from New Beginnings or Dawn's channel, he obviously knows me. I thank you all so much. Have you all hit that thumbs up before you go? And thank you all for your support. And if I don't pop over to your channel soon, can you just pop on my channel, leave a comment, and that will remind me. Chris, I must go on to yours. Chris's Clever Craft. Let me write it down. Chris's Clever Craft. But I pretty much think I go on all your other channels. So, and if you're still there, Eve, and you start a channel up, then let us know. Do let us know. And if any of you do want your channels promoted, if you join my Project Morph, it costs nothing. All you have to do is go on my playlist that says Project Morph, and there's a video that tells you all about it, so I don't have to keep repeating it. And then you do the first bit of Project Morph, which is basically answering questions and making a video of you answering specific questions on your channel. Send me the link, then you're in Project Morph. And then I put that link on my channel where I make one whole video just on your channel, promoting your channel. And then you're in Project Morph, and then we give each other ideas and things to do, and I promote your channel. So if you want to build your channel up, why not do that? And obviously I've got different viewers to your channels, so I've got a great community. If we can switch some of those people about, then that will help us all. So go to the Project Morph playlist, look at the one that says how to begin or how to get started or whatever it's called, and then make a video answering the questions it gives you in the description. So you put that video on your channel answering questions. Make sure you put what it says about linking Project Morph on my channel. And then once you've got the URL to that, tell me it's up. I'll go and see it on your channel. And then I will make a whole video on my channel solely, not a shout out, just a whole video. You'll see some others in the Project Morph file, and you will see I will make one video just on your channel. So until next time, thank you so much. Daz time, yes. Night all, morning all, afternoon all, evening all. Thank you so much with all my heart. Until next time, bye.